afternoon, race fan ring. Who will have tuned the perfect setup out soon? I've got a feeling that Lewis Hamilton might dominate his incredible track record round here.
He really loves this track, doesn't he? He's a four-time winner here, so if he can get on the front row of the grid, I think he has a wonderful chance to make it 5.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to another SA Boys video. We're going to continue our championship season here in the F1 2015 game, and right off the back, let's set up our car setup and get going. We're going to get our normal race setup, and we're going to go out on the option tire for this qualifying. We're here at the Hungary ring, a track I'm not too familiar with, but I'm very comfortable. I was very comfortable with it in practice, so we should maybe get the pole, or if not, right around the top 10 qualifying position. And just right there, Nico edges out in that turn, but we should be able to close on him coming out up. Now, in 2015, this track was actually voted to have the best race amongst all 19 races in the 2015 season. So maybe this might be the best race in our championship season too. I mean, who knows if it follows the regular season. We're already gaining back some positions. We were coming down that straightaway in P10. Right now we're in about sixth place, which is not too bad. I'll be perfectly fine with anything around 7th place, and I have a feeling we could possibly win this weekend. And yes, we did come out in 6th place, so that's not too bad. But I think in this qualifying, I was just being a little more cautious. I wasn't.
Today was Nico Rosberg's day after a frantic final few minutes in qualifying. It was he who came out on top.
They've been working so hard as a team, and they've been rewarded. Such a great performance. And if he drives like that tomorrow, then the race win will definitely be possible.
I wasn't trying to do anything too drastic or like too risky, so that I would end up starting in last place like I have in the past couple of races and just not doing as good as I wanted to. This time we're going to be a little more cautious off the start. We should be lined up on the inside tomorrow, so that means we don't have to cut across the track like I usually try to do, because I much rather have an inside line going into turn 1 than the outside. And Nico, Seb, Raikkonen, the normal 5 are up there in front of us, and it looks like nothing really too different about the rest of the grid. So let's go ahead and continue on to the race, and let's see what will happen.
We're just 18 kilometers from the city of Budapest here in Hungary, where today's Formula One race is about to take place. It's the Hungarian Grand Prix. Pole position can only be secured by one driver, and the lucky gentleman goes by the name of Nico Rosberg this weekend. You wouldn't bet against the German driver pressing his Mercedes to victory today.
When we spoke to him earlier, he felt that this was a great opportunity to go on and win, but he knows he still has plenty of work to do. Anything can happen in the race, so you have to keep your feet on the ground until you take the checkered flag.
This season so far has been a return to form for Ferrari. The team from Maranello have produced a great car this year, which has conquered all before them.
Ferrari haven't won the Constructors' Championship since 2008, when Kimi Raikkonen was last at the Scuderia. For a team that has won 16 titles, this has been a comparatively long wait to get back to the top of the pile.
Alright, let's get a quick race strategy, make sure everything's fine. That's going to be an 18 lap race. We're going to be coming in on lap 8. And we're going to start on the option tire. Expected race time is 25 minutes. So we should be good to go. Alright, let's go back. And let's go ahead and start this race. Make sure Okay, yeah, we're good to go. Alright, let's start.
See if you can manage third or better. Good luck.
Alright, the spotlights are on. And away we go here in the Hungarian Grand Prix. Real quick, you see Bottas try to cut across, but wasn't able to create a gap. So now we're coming on the inside of Ricardo, and we're gonna have a nice clean line coming into turn 1. And just like that, we went from 6th to 2nd. And we were able to get past both Ferraris, and now it's Mercedes running 1-2. And just if I wasn't gonna get pole, I wanted to start on the inside line like that. I wanted to be an even number that way, because I prefer the inside line here at Hungary than the outside. Try not to get loose.
We shouldn't see any rain, but if a storm front does appear, then we'll let you know.
Alright. And you just heard right there, it should be a dry race. The Red Bull Ring, Austria, was a very interesting race. It started out wet, and then the rain lighting up, and then it became dry. So I mean, that saw people making 2 pit stops in what would have been a 1-stop race. But I mean, too bad we were out of that race. Sergio Perez crashed into us coming out of turn 2 and just took us out the rest of the race, and we were just basically right around the back for the rest of the race. And we're closing the gap on Nico. We're right there with him, so maybe pretty soon we would make a pass on him, but I'm not gonna do anything too risky. I eased up on the brakes there. I didn't want to take him out or take me out. I'm gonna try to keep my passes today pretty clean. So that means riding behind Nico for 8 laps and passing him in the pits, then so be it. But I think we are faster than Nico right now. And I accidentally bumped in the back there. Whoa. That little chicane we just passed right there, if you do try to cut the corners, the apexes there are elevated, and it will make your vehicle get loose, so you have to carry the right line through there. DRS should be opened up next time by. Let's see. DRS should be enabled. We'll find out.
DRS is now enabled and will be available to use when you are within 1 second of the car ahead in the DRS zone.
Alright, good to know.
That's a second slower than your last lap.
And we just went purple that last lap, so we do carry the fastest lap of this race now. And I'm pretty sure Nico is driving like crazy right now because we're right up on his tail, and we created a gap between the 2 Ferraris, so this track's very favorable towards both Mercedes drivers right now. See right here, those corners right there, they have a little bit elevated on the apex, so if you get too loose or you run a little try to cut the corner, you will your back end will get loose. And I didn't carry the right lines into those corners right there, that little technical section, so Nico was able to get away, but we should be able to close back up on him pretty soon. And we should have DRS coming down that down the front straight, as long as we get within 1 second. Try to close the gap a little bit. Now that green dot right there that we're just passing, that's the detection zone. That will determine whether or not.
Data shows the tyres are okay right now. We anticipate good levels of grip for the next few laps at least.
That determines if you're able to use DRS or not. You have to be within 1 second of the car ahead at that point. So that way, when you come back around the turn and get into the DRS zone, you're able to use it. And we are closing to Nico now. But make sure we can get it right for this back end right here, these little technical sections. I didn't carry the right line through here last time by, so, but this time we did. And we will purple in the last sector. Will we have the fastest lap again? Will we beat our own best time? We're about to find out. Let's see. Coming to the line now.
To the car in front is less than a second. Let's try and get past in the DRS zone.
I forgot we can use DRS there, but that's set up. And we did go purple the last time by. I was too worried about whether or not we went purple that I forgot to open up the DRS zone, and well, I forgot to open up the DRS flap and try to get that pass on Nico. So I opened it up late, and we were able to close up on him, but that would have been.
Okay, at this rate, we'll finish with a little extra fuel, so you have some in hand to run a faster engine mode for a bit.
So I was just like, nah, better not do anything too risky. Like I said, we're gonna try to go for clean passes this race on Nico. So I'm just gonna stay behind him right now until I can get him on a straightaway or something. I don't want to force it. Alright, we should have DRS on him this time. Let's see if we can get it. DRS is activated.
You're matching race pace, good job.
When we get him on the brakes.
Back by 5/10 last lap.
Nope, that's not going to be a good idea. That's the second lap in a row I've bumped into Nico on the back right there at that exact same corner. I'm telling you, I'm carrying the speed over him. I am faster, he's just holding us up, but like, I'm trying to find a place to get by cleanly. Hungary has been known to, for this race to not be very hard to pass in. But I mean, if you saw the 2015 race, that race was just completely exciting. With the exception of Sebastian Vettel just led the whole race, but from positions 2 onwards, it was just non-stop passing and wrecks, and I mean, it was just a great race. I don't believe it was better than Circuit of the Americas, but it got voted as the best. It got voted the best race of the season, while United States Grand Prix got voted number 2. I was in attendance actually at the U.S. Grand Prix here in Austin at Circuit of the Americas, and that race was awesome. I mean,
about a quarter of our starting fuel is now being used, so that's 3/4 remaining. 3/4.
We saw, we were able to see qualifying and the racing.
Just to advise you, we're expecting the tyre grip to start falling off noticeably around now, but this should be okay for a while longer despite that.
We saw qualifying and the race running the same day, which is like the first one that's been done in like a long time.
1 second of the car ahead. Get ready to use DRS to overtake.
And then the support races were pretty good that day. Well, the second one was. The first one was the historic cars, and they just basically ran around the safety car for all 10 laps that they were supposed to run. Whoa. But the U.S. Grand Prix in itself was a great race. I mean, it started out as a wet race, it went dry. You saw cars making 2-3 pit stops. You saw a lot of retirements. There was 2 safety cars, I think, and at least one virtual safety car. There might have been 2. I sat in turn 19 and I saw where Kvyat wrecked, trying to chase down the two Mercedes, and I also saw I was able to see 2 passes for the lead. One coming out of turn 18 and one going into turn 20, the penultimate corner. So I mean, I thought that should have been the best race of the year, because it was actually the fights were actually for the lead, and we saw a whole bunch of different leaders that race, from Hamilton to Rosberg to Ricardo to Kvyat to I don't think none of the Ferraris led that race, but I mean, it was very interesting. Whoa. And we are coming into the pit stops this lap now. So we're gonna be getting onto a set of primes, and hopefully we can lay down a fast lap and pass Nico when he comes into the pits in lap 9. I'm gonna be going on to fuel mix 3. As soon as we come out of the pits, I'll go on to fuel mix 3. Actually, you know what? I might as well do that now. Let's see if we can get the pit roads right here. If I don't I overshot it. Dang it. All right. We're going to stay out another lap. We're probably going to stay out another 2 laps now, because Nico's going to be coming in next time by, and we're going to stack on him. So now we're gonna stay up to lap 10. But I'm gonna stay on fuel mix.
is on standard revs. Car behind is running standard revs.
I think we're getting close the gap on us.
We've burned off around 40% of fuel now, so that's 60% remaining. You need to pit in this lap.
No, we're gonna stay another lap. We're too close. We're too close to stack in the pits. I would just be held up by Nico, so I gotta maintain a gap to try to actually close the gap. So I'm gonna stay on another lap. Nico, as you saw, Nico just went in, so that would not be good if we both went in. And for those y'all who don't know too much about F1, each team uses the exact same pit crew. So Nico and I share the exact same pit crew. So that's what I said. If I came in right behind him, I would just have to wait right behind him as he got service, and then he can take off, and then I can get service, and I'd still.
Okay, this set of tyres is pretty much spent, I think. You should be able to bring a bit more out, but it won't be long before they fall away from you entirely.
So I would end up just if anything, the gap would just increase. Sorry, I was too much concentrating right there. That's why there was a big moment of silence. But because I was like about 3-4 seconds behind him. I came in, he got service, he'd leave, and then it'd be another 2-3 seconds. It'd be another 2-3 seconds for me to get service and then take off, and so by then he would gain an advantage. So let's see what happens by us staying out. Another 2 more laps. This time don't overshoot it, which I didn't. Turn on my pit limiter right about, where's the line at? There.
Go, go, go.
Okay. I think that's Nico right there on our side. Yep, there he goes. He still has an advantage on us, but...
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tires.
We're going to keep Kimi behind us.
Okay, times are looking good. You're matching race pace.
Time to take the fight to Nico. Let's see what we can do. We have about 7 laps. Whoa. To get to him, and we stayed out actually 2 more laps on the set of option tires.
Right, 50% fuel remaining. 50% of our starting fuel load remains.
Let's see what the gap is this time by. My guess is he's about 5 seconds ahead of us. Yeah, he's 5 seconds ahead of us.
You currently have a 3-second gap between you and the car behind. 3 seconds. Rosberg's next, just 5 seconds separate you.
Let's see what the gap is. We're gonna come back around. We're 4 seconds. We got a second. We gained a second on him. So hopefully in about 4 laps we should be right up on his tail. This is gonna be Spain all over again. I feel like if you saw Spain, we were, I want to say, like 6 seconds behind them, 5 seconds, basically the exact same gap, and we ended up chasing them down in about three laps. And we had that awesome pass on the front straight, and we both basically touched, and we both wrecked each other, but we were able to get going again, and we got the race. Nico ended up finishing, I think, in 3rd place or 4th place, one of those two. But in Bahrain, when I passed him for the lead, no, I didn't pass him for the lead. I already had the lead, but he was trying to chase me down in Bahrain, and he ended up touching my back tire, and he spun himself out, and he ended up retiring. And that was one of 2 retirements for Nico. He retired there at Bahrain, and he retired in Silverstone, which was the last race. And I didn't place high in Silverstone either. I think I'm actually gone about 3 races now without scoring points. So I haven't had a good European run. I mean, right now we're doing all the European tracks before we take off to Singapore for the rest of the flyway races. But the European leg has not been good to me.
It looks like we're down to 40% of our initial fuel load. That's 40% fuel remaining.
And we are
increasing over Raikkonen. He's around 3 seconds a lap slower than you.
And we are closing in on Rosberg now. We're right there. I mean, we see him up the road every time we do something now, so that's good. Oh, we're right on his bumper now. Well, yeah, we should have DRS coming into the front straight. We have 4 more laps to make this pass. We just went purple in the last sector.
We're happy with the current tyre condition. They should last a while yet, so don't worry about them.
Making it on the outside? No. That would be too dangerous. We look to the inside? Nope. DRS. Three more laps to go. Or 4 more actually, but we're right on his bumper. What can we do? Come on. We created a huge gap over the Ferraris now. So it's pretty much going to be 1-2 Mercedes, hopefully. Still a lot of race to go, but it might be 1-2 Mercedes. We get right up to his tail, but he's quicker on the throttle off the corners, so he's gaining the advantage. But let's see what we can do. Come on.
Rosberg's next. Let's try to get through.
We have the fastest lap of this race. We set the fastest lap 3 times now. So DRS again. Look to the inside. Whoa. Man, Rosberg must be shitting himself right now, because he's the one trying to have to block, and he knows we're faster than him, but we just can't get by him. So he knows any little mistake he makes, we're right there, and we're gonna take that position from him. What can we do? Come on. Come on. Close that gap back up.
Be aware, your brakes are overheating. Softer on the brakes, we might run into problems.
We're right there on him again. Come up. We're gonna have DRS. 2 laps to go. Coming by. This time by.
We're only a second away from the car ahead. Let's see if we can use DRS to pass it.
We're a half a second. Less than a half second. Nope. That wasn't gonna be pretty. I didn't know that was a DRS point right there. That little straightaway.
Okay, the car should have lightened up plenty by now. We're down to around 25% fuel remaining.
We're gonna go on to. We should have enough. Yeah, we're gonna go on to mix 3. No, not mix 2. I'll change it this straight away. There we go. We're in mix 3 now. around to take the last lap. We're taking the white flag. DRS is engaged. Can we do something in this last lap? We've been in second place this whole race. Right up on us. Nico's on our outside. Where's he at? Where's Nico? Oh! Nico got by. We're going to have DRS again. We should be able to close the gap on him. Last lap. Come on. This is going to be a dogfight. We're still not out of this race. The race demise just started. Now we're gonna be aggressive. No more trying to go for clean passes. We're gonna do some stuff to not try to get a penalty, but we're gonna make sure we pressure them into making a mistake, and we're always right there. Coming down into sector 3. Oh, we got a little loose. Dang it! Close the gap. Let's get back on them. Oh, we're coming with a full head of steam now. We're going to be right up on his tail here. Coming down to the last 2 corners. Can we make something happen? We're going to look into the inside. Oh, Nico's on our outside. Did we get him to pass? We got the pass. Can we hold it? Coming down to the last corner. And... woo! We're going to get the race win here.
That's a race win. You've really been great today.
Talk about a race. Second to the last corner of the race is when we made the pass. One thing that could have made that race better is if we came in right by each other, like drag race basically to the line. And
great win today for the Silver Arrows of Mercedes-Benz. They certainly had the best car today.
It was a brilliant performance, and when you drive like that, the feeling of winning is even sweeter.
It was great having you with us for this weekend. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Until next time though, goodbye.
Wow, that was a race. Nico and I battled both throughout the whole race. We maintained second position. We came back from about a 5-6 second gap, and we edged him out on the second to last corner to get the race win. We stayed out on the option tire 2 more laps than we were expected to. It was because of my fault. I overshot pit road coming in and had to get back on the track. And I honestly thought that was race over right there. I thought we were going to maintain the second position throughout the rest of the race. And just, that'll be it. But no, we jumped everybody. We started in 6th place and we went all the way to 1st. We got we gained 4 positions right off the start. Going into turn 1, we had the inside line and we just took over the start. We just took over everyone else. So Seb and Kimi, the other Ferrari, Seb won that battle and he stayed in 3rd place. He got 3rd place. Now let's see how this affects the points championship. And we did pass up Ricardo again. We have the clear by him by 3 points, and we closed down the gap from 70, I think it was like 75 points to 64 now. So we just need to keep on getting some race wins, and we should be able to close the gap back up for the championship. We have 9 more races left to go in this season, and a lot of things can happen in these 9 races. If you remember, what was it, 2013, where Sebastian just went on a winning streak and won the last 9 races in a row to secure the championship. I mean, we could do the exact same thing. Probably unlikely, seeing how the next track I think is Spa, and I suck at Spa, so we'll see what happens there. But I mean, I need to work at Spa. I'll be happy with the podium finish at Spa, and just make sure that Kimi, Nico, and Seb don't get too far away We're 13 points behind Bottas now, so we should be able to do something. And there's the rest of the championship positions. If you want to take a look at that, real quick, you got Massa, Kvyat, Grosjean, Hülkenberg, all of them. Usually the usual for the back of the field, still all right there. Pretty much the title's gonna be decided between the top 5. I feel like Ricardo might do some damage, but I don't think he's gonna contend for the championship. They have still yet to get a race win. The Williams is also probably not gonna contend. They have yet to get a race win. I feel it's gonna be between the Mercedes and the Ferraris, is what I feel like. So let's see how this. Let's take a quick look at going into turn 1. Right, you see right there, we're in P6 coming in onto the inside. You see Bottas looks to the inside. We're gonna come to the inside to also make it 4 wide, and just like that, it was a very clean pass. And we just had a great line going into that turn right there, turn 1, and we just maintained P2 throughout the rest of the race, all the way to that second to last corner where we made the pass. But yeah, that's gonna pretty much do it for today's video. I might not be making another F1 race until maybe Sunday night or Monday. I don't know if I'll have time tomorrow. I know for sure I won't have time the rest of today, but tomorrow I think the Texans play for the playoffs, and I'm a huge Texans fan, so I'll probably be watching that. And I don't know what else I'll have planned. Usually I'm pretty busy on the weekends, so probably won't make another F1 video till Sunday night, unless I do find time. Then I'll make another video before then. But if not, till next time, we say so long and thanks for watching.